Mrs. Williver, and today is Mrs. Williver Day. Are you ready for a story? Today's story is called The Adventures of Holli Hippo in Home at Last, written and illustrated by Mrs. Williver. The last time we left Holli Hippo, she had just escaped from the zoo with her family and her friend Freddie the Frog. They were headed back home to their cave in the jungle. "Hey, Dad," Holli said, "I'm hungry. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. My feet hurt. I have a sunburn. I don't feel good. Are we almost home?" "Oh, Holli, hang in there," said Mom. "We're almost there." Freddie was asleep on Holli's back when suddenly Holli sneezed. Achoo! Freddie fell off of Holli's back and landed in a pond near the road. "Oh no," said Holli. "Look what I did." "Whoa," said Freddie. "This is totally cool. I think I'll stay and call this home." "But Freddie," Holli said, "I thought you were going to come home with me." "No way," said Freddie. "I need water to live in, and this pond is perfect." Holli's head hung down low, and her mouth started to quiver. Her mom came over and gave Holli a tissue to blow her nose. "Mom, is it supposed to hurt your feelings so much when your friends move away?" asked Holli. "Yes, honey," Mom answered. "That's what it feels like when you love someone." "Look!" Holli's dad shouted. "It's home!" In the distance was their cave. The grass was overgrown in the front yard, and it needed a new paint job, but it was home. "Look, Freddie," said Holli, "we can be neighbors." Freddie took a hold of Holli's hand. "Better than that," said Freddie. "We can be best friends." So Freddie stayed put in the pond just outside of Holli's window. Holli and her mom and dad moved back into their old cave. Holli even got to sleep in her own bed, in her own room, with her own curtains on the window. Before she closed her eyes to go to sleep, Holli opened her window. "Good night, Freddie," said Holli. "Good night, Holli," said Freddie. Holli was home at last. What a great 3 stories together to make one big story. That's called a trilogy. Tri, T-R-I means 3. Like when you ride a tricycle, how many wheels does it have? 3. When you draw a triangle, how many angles does it have? 3 sides, okay? And a trilogy is 3 books in one big story. That's how long it took to get Holli home. And I'm really glad she's home. Are you ready for a drawing? We're going to draw in the apple direction, the apple direction, the apple direction. Put your paper in the apple direction, and you'll be ready to draw with me. Okay, today we're going to draw Holli and Freddie together. Escaped from the zoo and home at last. Okay, now we're going to draw Holli on this side and Freddie over here, okay? So let's take Holli's face like a puzzle with 3 pieces in it. Okay, I want you to try your best and make sure you're having fun. Now we want to start about right here. Let's do this. Let's make the M. We're not going to make her as big as we did last time. We're going to make that M, and then we're going to bring it back over like that, okay? So you make the M, and then you keep going, and you bring it together. Now, if you're not happy, remember, turn your paper over, do it again, and then pick which side you want to work with, okay? On top of the bumps, we're going to put her ears. There we go. All right. Her eyes are going to be inside. Now hold on with those pupils because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Okay. Because we're putting Freddie down here, we're going to make her pupils looking down over at Freddie. You'll remember we did this with Patty and Louie when they were skating. They were looking at each other, weren't they? Yes, they were. We want 4 eyelashes on each eye. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Now that's the first puzzle piece. Let's work on the second one. We're going to come down like this. Bump. Bump to the other side. That's her nose. Okay. We're going to put 2 large nostrils inside so she can breathe all the oxygen that she needs to breathe to live on this earth. Okay, remember, if you don't want to color it in just yet, you don't have to. You can wait until you color the whole picture. Okay, there's the middle puzzle piece, the second one. Okay, now the third. We're going to make that mouth, that side to the other side. Boy, I just have an itchy nose today. We're going to come down again with that lower lip. Okay? And we're going to give her her teeth like that. A long one on the bottom with a line down the middle. Now, if I'm going too fast for you, pause the video. You can always pause it. If you're in the classroom, raise your hand, ask the teacher to pause it. Because I don't want to go too fast for anybody and get them lost. Because then it's frustrating. Then you won't be having fun. Okay. Here's her body. From her eyes, go to the top puzzle piece. Come down around her mouth and back in top. Okay. Now what if you came out from the nose? Is that okay? Yes. She's fine. No problems. You don't have to erase it. Just do your best. All right. Now let's do her feet. 2 big blocks. Okay. With 3 bumps for toenails. Make sure you're bumping in your head silently, not out loud in the classroom. Okay. And then her feet, her hands with 3 bumps for her fingernails. Okay. All right. And then over here, I would like you to put her tail. Okay. And there's Holly. There she is, right here. I love her. I love her. I love her. Okay. Now Freddie. Now Freddie's, well, of course, smaller, but we're going to put him down here, okay? We're going to start his oval, his top oval right here, okay? And then we're going to put on his Mrs. Wolliver smile right there. There you go. Then you know what we're working with here. Then we're going to put another oval here on the bottom, like that. Okay. All right, now his eyes. Remember we put this line up here just so we can have a point of visual reference here. You're going to come up, 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 and down on this side. That's where his eye's going to go. And then come back up here and come down here. Great job. Okay. We're going to put his eyes inside, and guess what? His pupils are going to be looking up at Holly. Look up at Holly. There she is. Now they're best friends because they're home at last. I love it. All right. Now Freddie's body is going to come down here just a little bit. Okay, because we're going to put him in his pond. All right. We're going to make his foot come here with his leg with 3 toes. His other leg with his 3 toes. Okay, and then his hands here. There's his hands. All right. Okay, now we're going to make him in his pond that he landed in. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to come out from his eyes section. And you're just going to come around with a pond. Okay, just kind of around and under his feet and over here. And then back into his eyes section like that. Okay? We're going to put some waves, a few waves in the water, so we remember that needs to be colored blue. That's the water of his pond that he's landed in, that he's going to call home. All right. And then next we need to make that horizon line, the grass horizon line. Let's go like this. There we go. Good. We're going to come from behind Holli and go over on this side. Remember, if there's space in between that you have to connect in between, you can. It looks like mine's low enough. I don't have to draw in there. Let's put the jungle sun over here this time. There's a lot of room over here for me. I'm going to make the jungle sun. There you go. There you go. And how many clouds do I like to put in the sky? 2. Good job. Awesome. 1 and 2. All right. Great. Great job. All right. Put your pencils down. Look down at your paper and say, wow, I did a great job. Now tell your neighbors or tell me, wow, you did a great job too. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a very nice day. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. Having a nice Mrs. Wolliver day, learning to draw the Mrs. Wolliver way. Until next time, keep drawing.